What's up, YouTube? We are here with the winner of the most recent Yu-Gi-Oh! Day, Matt. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure, yeah, I'm Matt Schomisch, and I won a tournament.
Nice. What deck were you playing?
I was playing Swordsoul Tenyi.
Nice. Would you like to get into the deck profile?
Sure, sounds good. Alright, so I played Swordsoul Tenyi, 40 cards, pretty standardized deck at this point, not doing too many things unique in the main deck, I guess. Starting off with monsters, we got 3 Incredible Ecclesia, 2 Moye, 2 Taya, and 2 Longwan. I'm playing 2 of all the names because the Tenyi cards are more free summons. These guys take your normal summon, same with Ecclesia, so this gives you 7 normal summons. You don't want to clog your hand with too many normal summons that you can't play. I'm not playing the Reborn spell card, so I can't like ditch one with Longwan and then bring it back. You could do things with Baxia, which I do already, but I like the Tenyis for starter cards over the normal summons. And when you're going second, Ecclesia is a better normal summon than either of these individually. So then we've got 3 copies of Ashina, and 3 copies of Adhara, 2 copies of Vishuddha, and 1 Shatana. All of them special summon themselves, and pretty much any of them plus Vessel is your full Hulk combo. And we're playing Hulk combo, so we're playing 1 Despot. And then we're playing hand traps, 2 copies of Ash, 2 copies of Ogre, and 2 copies of Bell. These are all tuners, so you can normal summon them with a Tenyi to make your Hulk combo or a Baron. Ogre is in here because we're playing E-Telly. If I didn't have to play the E-Telly, I would probably just play 3 and 3 of these 2 hand traps because I think they're better. But for deck space, we're playing 2 of each. And that's it for the monsters. And then spells, we're playing 3 copies of Emergence. This can turn into your normal summons as well, but it can also be used to search your Tenyi pieces. 3 copies of Vessel. Like I said, Vessel plus any of your Tenyis is your full Hulk combo. So we want to maximize our chances of drawing that. And then we've got 3 copies of Emergency Teleport. Talked about this a little bit earlier. Again, if your opponent stops any of your plays, you can just special summon a tuner out, be that Adhara with Vessel or Emergency Teleport for Ogre, and then you get to keep playing. Then we're playing 1 Desires because it's at 1, and 1 Called By for the same reason.
Is that an Audi Desires or a Secret?
Neither. It's Ultra.
Oh, well, I'm fucking wrong.
And then continuing on hand traps, we've got 3 Imperm and 1 Blackout. 3 Imperm over 3 of the other hand traps, I guess, just because it doesn't trigger tactics and it's usable going first or second. So even as a 6th card, you could still use Imperm. Same thing with like Ogre and Bell too, I guess. But yeah, that's it for the main deck. It's 40 cards. Wouldn't change anything in the main deck. Extra deck, we've got 2 copies of Chisao, 1 Draco Berserker the Tenyi, 2 Baxia. And that's all the 8s that I played, actually. That's all I felt like I needed.
Yeah, that's quite 2 packs here.
2 Baxia comes up quite a lot. I'll oftentimes summon 2 Baxia in the same turn, actually. If you open something like Ecclesia Taya or Ecclesia Moye and you just need to clear what your opponent has established, oftentimes the first Baxia winds up getting negated. And then you make a second Baxia and you can play with it, pop the first Baxia, bring back other materials, and keep playing that way. So those are my 8s. And then I'm playing Herald of the Arclight for the Hulk combo. Like I said, if you open Vessel plus any Tenyi, you can dump Ashina and search Adhara, which means you can make your Hulk and then still have Ashina in the graveyard, which frees you up to make Herald with your Despot and then make your Yazi play with the monster that Ashina summons from your deck. And then Yazi's in there for the combo as well. Yazi's also a really good out when you're playing the E-Telly version to something like a Token Collector, because if your opponent Token Collectors you on a Moye or a Taya, you can special summon Ogre and then make Yazi to pop the Token Collector and keep playing. Then we've got some 10s. We're playing Chenying, Longwan, and Baron. Longwan's the best 10 now. I make this blind even over Baron. Because I can choose to lock myself into Tenyis and get more resource advantage generated for the follow-up turns. But also this card provides 2 interruptions for any deck that's playing the Brave engine. So if they summon the Brave token and activate the continuous spell, you can just chain this card to banish the continuous spell and not trigger its effects. And then also if they're playing like Prank Kids or any deck that special summons or is really reliant on that first special summon, you can banish that card as well. So Brave Prank Kids, this is like an auto win, and a lot of people consider that to be the best deck right now, so that automatically wins against that. And then we've got 3 copies of Monk of the Tenyi. I was playing 3 of this over 2 and 1 Shaman because I'm playing a really heavy Tenyi lineup, and a lot of times you just need to be able to play a Tenyi and generate a normal monster on the board. If you've already started your Tenyi engine, you are able to play from your graveyard and your banished pretty equally. So you constantly have that resource pool to play with. So even top decking a Tenyi and having this in your extra deck means you can play the game. And then obviously we're playing the Hulk combo, so the last 2 cards are Hulk and Auroradon. And that's it for the extra deck. And then our side deck, playing 3 copies of Crow and 3 copies of Cosmic Cyclone. These are additional outs for something like Scythelock, but it's also really good against like Despia, or again, like I said, the Brave Engine. Cyclone's just versatile and lets you out problems. Eldritch, it's really good against that. Both of these cards are really good in a lot of different matchups. Playing 1 red reboot because a lot of times people will bring in Dimensional Barrier against me, and there's just some trap cards in the format right now that you need this card or you automatically lose the game. Thinking of like Featherstorm, and in this case D-Barrier 2 against this deck. Then we've got 3 copies of Evenly Matched. This could be Dark Ruler No More or something else. I guess this is like the flex spot that I would change. If I were to lose games, it's usually to something like a D-Barrier or a Lancia, and since my deck is already crippled really hard by Lancia, playing more cards like this is kind of more lose-lose than it should be. So something like Dark Ruler or Mystic Mind might be better in that spot, but it was okay.
Wow, considering Mystic Mind.
Yeah. Well, you can pop it with your own Baron if you're under the right scenario, so it's not too bad. And then last, we've got some Go First cards. We've got 3 copies of Anti-Spell Fragrance and 2 copies of Rivalry of the Warlords. Both of these cards are really good against the 2 best decks right now, which is Despia and Brave Prankid. So Rivalry of the Warlords against the Brave Engine in general just wins you the game, because if they summon the token, you flip it, and then they can't play anything else. They can't summon a Prankid. They can't summon any of their Despia guys. They're just locked into everything that they're doing with their token. And usually that means you just kill them next turn because you don't care about Rivalry with your worms. Anti-Spell Fragrance, same kind of thing. You turn off the Brave Engine, you turn off the Despia cards, you turn off a lot of the Prankid spell cards. Yes, they can out this card a little bit more easily than this card, but this covers matchups in a wider range of decks. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
Would you like to give any shout-outs?
Sure. Shout out to Rogues Den, our locals here, and shout outs to everybody who's been testing with us. Yeah, that's it.
Nice. Well, again, congratulations, and thank you guys so much for watching. This will Make Free signing out. Make sure to have a nice day, and see you guys later.